Do you know what is the most famous Italian dessert around the world? Tiramisu. This word literally means pick me up in Italian, and what could pick you up more than a creamy, melt in your mouth, flavorful treat? This recipe takes 30 minutes to make, and if you have the patience to wait 24 hours, you will be rewarded with perfection. To make a classic tiramisu, you'll need just 5 ingredients: mascarpone cheese, and no, you cannot use Philadelphia, fresh eggs, sugar, Italian ladyfingers known as savoiardi, and freshly brewed coffee. Time to mix those ingredients. You're gonna start by separating the yolks and the whites of 6 eggs. I will only say this once. Tiramisu is an assembly of all raw ingredients, meaning that yes, you won't cook either whites or yolks for this recipe. People have been eating it in Italy for hundreds of years and everybody is still fine. Make sure to use fresh eggs and you can be sure to make the best tiramisu in the world. If I come to your house, I don't want to see any heavy cream for this recipe. To your whites, add 2/3 of your sugar and save the rest for the yolks. Start the mixer slowly to create small air bubbles, then gradually increase your speed until you reach stiff peaks. Tiramisu is made of 2 main components: soaked ladyfingers and a mascarpone cream. This cream is lightened up by the addition of whisked egg whites. Once you've reached stiff peaks, you can switch to beating the yolks. Add the rest of the sugar and beat until the yolks are almost white and airy. When you reach this stage, you can add the mascarpone cheese. Mascarpone is a very sweet cream cheese that has no tang to it and basically tastes like solid heavy cream, which makes it perfect for this dessert. Slowly work the cheese with the whisk, then start beating it until the mixture is completely smooth. Make sure your cheese is at room temperature, otherwise you run the risk of having small particles of cheese that won't incorporate into the mixture. So this is a very dense mixture and we're going to lighten it up with the egg whites. Start by adding 1/3 of your egg whites to loosen the mixture. And fold and go under so you don't completely deflate the egg whites. Add the remaining egg whites and incorporate them until everything is completely smooth and mousse-like. This is the texture that you're looking for. Prepare a dish and it's time for the assembly. Brew some coffee, use a coffee that you would drink, then let it cool a little bit before dipping your savoiardi. At this step, you can add to the coffee any alcohol that you would enjoy. I prefer tiramisu without it. Then you're going to quickly dip each ladyfinger in your coffee mixture and place it in your final dish. Don't let it absorb too much liquid, otherwise you will end up with a soggy mess. On top of your soaked biscuits, add half of your cream and spread it as evenly as you can manage. Take your time and make it pretty. Repeat the first step for a second time. And again, cover the biscuits with the rest of the cream. This will be your top layer, so make sure you're doing your best to make it as flat as possible, basically. When you reach this step, you've done most of the job. All you need to do now is cover it in plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for 24 hours. I know that's a long time, but it will be worth it in the end. Fast forward to the next day, you've never been closer to eating your dessert. All that remains is to cover the top in unsweetened cocoa powder. Grab a sieve and sift the cocoa powder in a one homogeneous layer on top of the tiramisu. With a sharp knife, cut yourself a slice. Don't forget to loosen the sides. It is the same for many desserts. The first slice isn't always perfect, so it's definitely for the cook. This is not the prettiest slice, but for me, this is perfect. You're gonna see in just a moment all those layers. You have the cocoa, you have the cream, you have the soft savoiardi. Everything is just perfect and meant to be with each other. I really hope you have enjoyed this tiramisu recipe, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks, guys!